Alright, welcome in, ladies and gentlemen, to the Collector's Domain, and today this isn't going to be a video about collecting, but this is going to be a video about cloud gaming. I want to talk about cloud gaming as a whole and what I think about it and how I ultimately feel all around about it. And I want to talk about the negatives and positives of this. And first and foremost, if you have a console or you have a really strong running PC and you're insulting the fact that there's cloud gaming existing. Cloud gaming exists for people like me who cannot afford to buy that console. So we can afford to still play the games with you guys and enjoy the games that come out through cloud gaming. We don't need a really strong console for that. We're at the point now where like everything's pretty much digital. Um and it's great cuz I'm excited for the new Halo campaign to come out, the new Halo game to come out. Um, and as I'm doing this and realizing I can play this game, I have complaints about this too. But I think it's best to say that as a whole, it's a great idea for somebody who just can't afford what everybody else affords. Now, I've seen some YouTubers who complain about this, whine about this, and forget people don't have money like you. People can't afford a $500 Nintendo Switch 2. And if you want my honest opinion, if you're one of those people and you're bitching about it and you're making it feel like it shouldn't be a thing, well, you should take your Switch and turn it sideways and shove it up your butt. Because that's simply what I feel about you. Because you are whining about something that makes this affordable for people who cannot afford video games. That was the purpose of this. And Xbox knew what they were doing with this. They knew that people were not going to have the right equipment, but they were going to have the internet. And they were going to have a source of doing and playing video games when it comes down to it. So why not charge a little bit of a fee for people to play games with everybody else online? Now, I want to get into the negative parts about this. The negative parts about this is you can't play games without the internet. Okay? That's one of my gripes. Okay? So if I have a game, I should be able to play it 24/7 if I pay the price of a $60 fee to play this game with everybody else. I should not be not allowed to play. I should be able to play the game when I'm offline too, paying a fee of $60. We're not always online. Some of us, we go out and we have lives and we are not always online. We like to communicate and converse with other people around us and try to, like, you know, feel human again. But people forget that the human experience is being taken away because people put it so we're always online. So I do understand why they're charging the fee still, but I think that fee for the cloud gaming web browser versions should be dropped down to at least a really small fee, especially because you're not allowed to play them all the time. Like, the one game I will say that is reasonably fun, you can reasonably pay for it, is um, World of Warcraft. World of Warcraft is an example. You pay the fee. Fee's not super expensive, but after I think with that comes also you should be only paying for that once in a blue moon. Like once a year, you should pay a fee and you should have access to that all the time, being online. And as I'm doing this today, the latest Halo game is right around the corner. And I'm looking at the price. The price is like $60. All right, right off the bat there, that did make me feel a bit negative about cloud gaming in general because you're hiking the prices up to the price of what a standard game used to be before it reached the $70, $80 minimum to buy them. But now you have them at $60. Well, where's the part of it that I can collect? And I know people are mad about digital gaming becoming a thing, but I really do think that it's a mess. They haven't sorted it out yet, and I hope they fix it after a while because let's face facts, not everybody has access to the internet all the time. So if you're going to make this playable in cloud gaming, you should reduce the price to like half or like a quarter of what it's worth, which would be a $15 fee outright or like a $30 fee compared to the $60 fee you're having to pay. And another thing that really I don't like about cloud gaming, but I'll bear with it, is the fact that PlayStation is an example of they only have half of their games on there, and they're third-party titles. They're not even PlayStation titles. And that's what annoys me about the whole in some instances it annoys me because what if I want to play God of War, the new God of War title on PlayStation Cloud Gaming, and I don't have a PlayStation? It would be better for them to put that on cloud gaming and be able to play that. But again, prices are bad with this. Like you're putting completely new games up at the price of a regular game a person can own and play it all the time. And then my last complaining factor is Nintendo hasn't even done this yet. Nintendo hasn't even thought of this yet. I'm ready. I want to play the Ocarina of Time remastered when it comes out, but I don't have a Nintendo Switch 2, and I'm not going to go out and buy a Nintendo Switch 2 anytime soon. At least I don't think I will. For $500, I could buy myself a better running laptop and have the capacity to play games on the laptop and have access to more stuff on a laptop that's $500 as opposed to buying a Nintendo Switch 2. And there are some people out there that are freaks. They go out and they buy those games in that console for the price they're showing, and it's like, is this entirely worth it anymore? Is it entirely worth it to own a console anymore, knowing that everything is going digital? I don't think so. I mean, at least in my opinion. Until we get to the point where consoles are no longer relevant and everything is digital, well, PlayStation's coming out with its newest console and it's going to be only digital from what I understand. So why not just put that all into one single app and run it through a browser or something like that? This is my opinion on cloud gaming, and I like the idea of me being able to access it without having a really expensive console. And trust me, I've been wanting to play games. I've been wanting to play new games for a while, and I haven't been able to. So the capabilities I have are just a blessing from God for me to just enjoy what I once enjoyed before I lost everything. So this is some food for thought for you guys out there complaining about cloud gaming. I want you to think about how selfish you really are. And think about how some people don't have the money to be buying consoles, so they have to rely on this as a whole. Quit being jerks, okay? Quit being stuck up. Quit acting like because you have a PlayStation 5, you're more important than a person that has no way of playing games. Just something to think about. And on the other side, Nintendo. We need you to start thinking about this and start putting your games on a web browser so they can be accessible so people like me can play them again. All right. With that said, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you enjoyed this, and I will be seeing you in the next one. And until then, game on, gamers.